Hey there, cats of the Spaciverse. It has come to my attention that trying to draw jacket collars can lead some people to shake their fists in irritation. Here is my easy guide to drawing clothes. I thought I would start with the trickiest of things, and that is collars. So when you are sewing a coat together, you will have two pieces of pattern that look a bit like this. This is the collar, and this would be the front part of a jacket. So what you do, there's the shoulder seam, there's the arm, and then the side. And what you have to do is, with the back piece and another front piece over here, fit this into a piece that goes, it sort of bends the other way to the collar. So it's quite a tricky piece to get in, which is probably why it's quite difficult to draw. And here's my green velvet jacket, and you'll see that this part here is the collar. There's that line, and there's the front funny part that sticks out, this bit that sticks out, and then that's the front, and there's the shoulder seam just about here, and then the sleeve has to fit in. So a little bit of a sewing lesson first, but if you are a keen sewer, you'll probably have made something a bit like this. So let's have a look at our people. I'm going to use this chap here on the left first of all. Here's our naked torso. So you would start by drawing a V shape, and you can follow that. Well, in fact, it's more like a Y shape, so that follows right down as long as the length of the jacket that you need. You might want to have this side perhaps slightly crossing underneath this side, so it looks more like a crossover, and you need to decide whether it's male or female, because it makes a difference as to which side your buttons are on. But let's suppose the buttons are on this side, so I'm going to put some buttons down the front there. And then I'm going to draw a shape that comes out like that, and then meets in about halfway between that chest point and the neck point, like that. And then halfway along this line, I'm going to draw another line that comes out perpendicular to that first line. And then from behind the neck, so I'm coming up a little bit higher than the shoulder line, I'm going to draw a curved line that meets that. And then let's do the same to the other side. So I'm having a sort of slightly diagonal line coming down. It's the same length as this one. Then coming in, a perpendicular line here, then from behind the neck, a curved line coming around to meet it. And there you have your collar. So you don't want to meet this line up into this line, because this disappears around the back of the neck here. Now you can draw in your shoulders. Maybe it's got shoulder pads, so we'll end it about there. And bring it slightly in, maybe slightly flared out at the bottom. There's one side, and again the same the other side, a little bit of a shoulder pad. If you don't want shoulder pads, you make it rounder. Down to the same length. Now remember, this side, so it's over the top of this side, so therefore this side is going to be ever so slightly longer. And then sleeves, make sure they come down to the wrist. It's a little bit wider here than it is at the wrist. And then if you want to put some creases in at the elbow, like that. And there is your jacket. You might also, if this person is wearing a suit, you might see a little bit of sleeve just beyond that jacket sleeve length. So let's now draw another version of this jacket on this person with a skirt. This, I think, is the male version of how you wear your buttons. So with the woman, I'm going to have the buttons on the other side. So this time my jacket is going to come beyond this side, down to where her hip bones are. Those perpendicular lines from behind the neck to reach those perpendicular lines. Ah, illustrator error. This needs to be the other side. So this line is in front. There we go. That's better. So my buttons are this side. So please ignore this thinner red line. There we go. This is the lady coat, the female version. I don't know why in these day and age of it doesn't really matter. I don't know why we still have this. But I know that I am used to doing my buttons up on one side and I see my son's coats on the other. So weird, isn't it? It's a bit of a throwback. So there's the main part of the jacket. And I'm going to give her some wrinkles in her sleeves on that side because she's got her arm bent, and on this side just straight. And then I'm going to draw her skirt down to about mid-calf length. And it might have some gathers in it, so I'll give it some, just a little bit of fullness there. So her hand would be here. 1, 2, 3. She's got 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, and she's got 4 fingers. Fabulous. And then down here, let's give her some shoes. Now moving across, what if you've got someone who wants to wear trousers? You want to make some really, really simple trousers. So I've given this person just a white t-shirt and a pair of massive pants. Let's draw on top of those. So I'm going to give them, I'll draw one leg that's really baggy and one leg that's more sort of skin tight, like skin tight jeans. So this side's going to be really baggy. So lots of wrinkles where you'd expect them to be, at the knee and round the ankle. And then again from that point underneath the crotch, around the ankle. And to draw a really easy zip, what you want to do, say they've got their waistband, you draw a line to the crotch, and then you draw another line next to it that curves in at that point, and that looks like a zip, and then a couple of little pockets. There you go. So this one's got a really skinny leg, so his knee's going to be about here, his or her knee, it doesn't really matter. A bit more skin tight, so we'll go into the knee. There's not so many wrinkles like there is in this one, and it's quite tight at the bottom there. And then just straight down. So I drew that circling to show you where the knee is, but you don't need to draw that. So you end up with that shape. You give him some socks, maybe a pair of sneakers. And this one's got a smart shoe, little heel. Something like that. And what about if you want to draw a shirt? Well, shirts are pretty easy. Here's our little person. Draw a circle or a curved line around that neck. Draw 2 diagonal lines coming down in an inverted V shape. And then up to the shoulder. And again, if you want to make it look like it's coming from round the back of the neck, you don't join the circle line to the back of the neckline. And then we'll give this person a button, I think you call them plaques from my memory. So 2 lines going down the front like that. You might want to give them a little pocket. And then it's quite similar to having a jacket, except no shoulder pads. And let's imagine it's tucked into their trousers, their pants. We would think of pants as being underwear. So I have a little snigger to myself when I use the word pants, especially big pants. And then big sort of baggy sleeve. You need a cuff. And the other side, he's holding, very kindly, holding their arm out so that I can show you what it looks like straight. Little button. And there you have it. If you want to make it look like it's a really full shirt, just do a couple of little lines like that so it looks like there's a lot of volume coming out from that waistband of their trousers or skirt or pants. We'll use this person again because I want to show you how to draw a scarf. If you want to draw a real big kind of old-fashioned Doctor Who scarf, remember it's got to come from round the back of the head or around the back of the neck. So you don't want to join up the lines too much. There's one that goes around the front like this. And then it kind of disappears off down the back. There might be another layer that goes like this. And build up your layers, as many as you want. And then eventually you'll have a bit that comes out the bottom with your tassels on it. Maybe a bit this side with tassels on it. When you come to, if you want to colour it, perhaps you're doing stripes. Oh, there's an aeroplane flying over. It's like that. Remember, it's going round this person's neck. Wonder where they're off to. Probably landing at Sandown Airport, which is a very small airport on the island. It's just a little 2-seater aeroplane. There we go. If you ever have to draw or paint clothing, this should help. Let me know how you get on. Next week, as a follow-on, I will be showing you how to draw socks, shoes and feet. I just hope you don't have a foot phobia or fetish, come to that. I will see you next week. Nano nano.